Hello everyone, this is iKonakona, and in this video I wanted to do something a little bit different. I don't think this has ever been done before in the TF2 community, and that is a TF2 tier list. Now this is actually something that my brother Prof Snake came up with. The thing is, we're both into fighting games, more specifically Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3, and in the fighting game community there is this thing called a tier list. Basically what the community does is they try and come up with a list of the best characters in the game, the best fighters in the game, because all these fighters in the roster are not created equally. So I thought, and my brother thought it would be kind of fun to create a TF2 tier list. Now, it's very difficult to rank all the 9 classes of TF2 for every single situation. There's so many different types of maps that I decided to break it down into the different types of maps that I like to play. The types of maps include 5 CP, or 5 capture point, capture the flag. I particularly don't really like that one, but sometimes it's fun. King of the Hill, CP offense, CP defense, payload offense, and payload defense. Now I wanted to split up CP, or capture point, and payload, because those ones I feel, they do have offense and defense. The maps are not built symmetrically. There's a clear offense and there's a clear defense. So I decided to split that up that way. But for the other 3 game modes, 5 CP, capture the flag, and Koth, the maps are pretty much symmetrical, so there really isn't a clear offense and defense. Now, this tier list that I'm trying to make is, for me personally, it's my own personal opinion based on playing in public servers. I don't usually play Highlander or 6v6 or competitive or anything like that, or lobbies. I have tried some before, but the list that I want to come up with is for public servers. You're just average, random, public server. In this video, I'm going to start off with payload offense, one of my favorite, I think it is perhaps the favorite types of maps that I like to play. And more specifically, I really like to play on offense because it's just really fun trying to push that cart. Now, as you can see, I'm here playing as a soldier on Payload Gold Rush, a very, very popular map. Now, again, I want to stress that this is my own personal opinion, and this is a list that kind of ranks how important I feel certain classes are on a team, because I've been playing a lot of pub servers, a lot of pub matches, and every time I look at, let's say we lost, for instance, I look at the roster for our team and I can see, oh, that's why we lost, because we don't have the really good classes for this type of map and this type of situation. So I'm going to be starting with payload offense. So at number 9, the most useless class I think for payload offense is a scout. The scout, even though the scout does have ×2 on the cart, once you're on the cart, you pretty much lose all the benefits of being a scout. Even though the cart is moving faster, you're stuck on the cart and you're stuck moving at the same slow speed as the cart. So being a scout with your low life and very short range with your shotgun, you're not going to last very long, especially if the enemy team has a lot of soldiers or even demomen placing stickies around the cart. So scouts, I don't think is really necessary on payload offense. At number 8, it's the spy, and I really like to play spy. Spy is one of my favorite classes, but for payload offense, I found that spy is not really that great. The reason being is that usually, spies are really good at taking out sentry gun emplacements, because if you're on offense, the defense probably has some sentry guns that need to be taken out. But on public servers, I rarely come across a situation where the spy coordinates the sapping of those sentry emplacements with their team. Usually, if you're coordinating with each other and talking with each other over the mic, the spy can go in there, sap the sentries, and then someone can easily take it out like a demoman or soldier. And, it's good coordination. But on a public server, most likely you're not going to get that type of teamwork. Also, as a spy, the defense, they're just kind of sitting around waiting for you. They're just waiting. Engineers are just sitting by their sentry emplacements, just waiting for a spy to come back and zap it. Because all they're doing is waiting, they can easily take you out. They're going to spot you, you're going to get ganged up on, and that's pretty much it. At number 7 is the PYRO. Now I know on the surface PYRO is an easy class to use and it can be a lot of fun rushing down the team, but honestly the defensive team most likely has sentries set up, and as a PYRO with your limited range, unless you're Ubered, you're not going to get in there and destroy anything. You're pretty much going to get outzoned and you're going to die before you can even touch the cart. Now in some cases you can just rush the cart and it causes some confusion, but honestly I don't think PYRO is all that great on payload offense. At number 6 is the engineer. Now I know engineers like to build level 3 sentries and have all those kills, but on offense I think the engineer's main job is to place down teleporters so they can get their teammates to the front line as fast as possible. It's really important in payload offense to be keeping the pressure on so that you don't get pushed back too much, because remember, the cart can move backwards if you don't touch it for long enough. The engineer can also place down a sentry and a dispenser to try to hold that front line, and a dispenser on the front line is very useful, especially if you're not around a medic. At number 5, surprisingly, I have the sniper. Now a really good sniper, one who can prioritize their targets, can really cripple a team's defense and allow the offense to push the cart very quickly. Now as a sniper, oh jeez, killed myself. I knew that was a spy. Like I was saying, as a sniper, it's really important to prioritize your targets. If a sniper can take out a medic, a defensive medic, or a defensive heavy, or even a defensive level 3, maybe get a shot from it, like no one can reach that level 3, but a sniper can get a good shot on it. If you can take out those key elements of a defense, that can really cripple the defense, and it can cause the defense to kind of scatter and really lose its ground. So a sniper who can really choose his targets, get off those critical headshots when they need to, I think is really beneficial to the offense. At number 4 is a soldier. Now you heard me use the term front line before, and I am a true believer in having classes that form a solid front line, and the soldier is one of them. It's one of those classes that's a very generic class. I mean, it's very simple to kind of understand, right? It's just a soldier shooting rockets. But I think that's really important to hold the front line. As you can see here, I'm just kind of spamming out there. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to create the front line right at this building. And someone like an engineer might be able to set up a sentry, but if that sentry is spotted, they can easily take it out. So you just really need front line offensive classes to kind of just get in their face and take out those critical targets. Now, oh, that was a dead ringer spy. I hate those when I just launch a random one and like accidentally kill someone. Random spy there. But as you can see, I'm rushing these guys down with the soldier class. I took out that medic and I'm trying to chase these guys down. And you can see that this front line moved a little bit more. It was back at that back building, but now it's in this room here. And this is a really good place to hold that front line. And you're going to need classes like the soldier to start just spamming a lot of rockets. Now here, I gotta stop here and just highlight one of these moments. This has got to be probably my greatest moment in TF2 history. Over 1,000 hours played, and this has got to be like the most awesome thing that's ever happened. Look at this, taking out basically an entire defensive team, pushing the cart by myself, solo cap for the win. I don't know where my teammates were. They were all scattered all over the place, but I managed to take pretty much everyone out in that defense and cap that cart. That was so much fun. So now I'm in my top 3 for payload offense, and at number 3 is the DEMOMAN. The DEMOMAN, especially with the sticky bombs, because the sticky bombs are great for laying traps right near that slow moving cart. If your team is trying to push and all of a sudden the defense starts to rush the cart to clear it, you can easily clear it with some well placed sticky traps. Also, the defensive team is likely to have sentry gun emplacements set up, and a great way to combat, oh, obvious spy there, a great way to combat those sentries is a DEMOMAN with stickies. A DEMOMAN with stickies can also be used to just deter the enemy, just to kind of scare them away, because honestly, nothing is scarier than seeing a crit sticky come right at you and just knowing you're gonna die. It's like for some reason, when that happens to me, when I see a crit sticky coming right at me, it's like I'm gonna die in slow motion. I can just vision my death, just see it in the future, like, yeah, I'm gonna die. And so the DEMOMAN with stickies is a really good way to just kind of keep the enemy at bay. You can even draw a line of stickies just to kind of let them know, like, hey, you cannot cross this, otherwise I'm gonna detonate these stickies. At number 2 is the medic. Now, I truly believe in having a medic on every team. In fact, my rule of thumb is for every 5 regular classes, there should be 1 medic. So when it's a 12v12 match, at least 2 medics. I mean, that's a good amount. The medic is there to heal, just to heal people. And it's really important to keep people alive on the front line. Again, I'm going with this front line thing because I truly believe in this front line theory. You gotta keep people there on the front line, otherwise you're gonna get pushed back. And so the a medic, especially a medic that is a little cautious, you know, who doesn't get killed too often, is really beneficial to the team because it keeps everyone alive. Now the medic can also pop Ubers like this, and Ubers are really useful against those sentry gun emplacements. Now my number 1 pick for payload offense, it's gotta be the heavy. As you can see here, this heavy is on the cart. He's getting continuous ammo, continuous health, and even being healed by that medic. So he's basically making that cart into a tank, and you know, the cart moves so slow, basically at the walk speed of the heavy, that it seems perfect for the heavy to be on that cart. So I think the heavy is just essential for taking damage. It's got to be able to take damage, be the tank of the team, and get a lot of kills. Just mow down the enemy. So that is my tier list for payload offense in Team Fortress 2. Now I'm really curious of what you guys think. Let me know what you guys think about this ranking. What is your tier list for payload offense? And I will be doing the other game modes later, so please let me know in the comments below. So thank you everyone for watching, and have a nice day.